The annual Noblesse Oblige Service Award is given to those who devote themselves to the service of others in the spirit of Maryknoll School's motto, Noblesse Oblige. To whom much is given, much is expected. Named in memory of Monsignor Charles A. Kekumano, the award recognizes individuals for their selfless contributions to our community. Nainoa Thompson, Bow navigator and president of the Polynesian Voyaging Society, truly exemplifies Noblesse Oblige. He has dedicated his life to exploring the ocean, maintaining the health of our planet, and ensuring that the ancient marine heritage and culture of Polynesia remain vibrant into the future. Inspired by his kupuna, he is the first person in 600 years to practice Polynesian wayfinding, long-distance open ocean voyaging on a traditional double-hulled canoe without the aid of modern instruments. Since the 1970s, the voyaging canoe Hokulea has revived the legacy of exploration, inspired Hawaiian cultural pride, and most recently, through the Malama Honua Worldwide Voyage, united people from across the globe in a commitment to care for our island Earth.
What I admire about Nainoa is his humility and his tenacity. He is a critical thinker and one of the great problem solvers of our time.
He has an unwavering commitment to the importance of education for everyone, including higher education and what it can do to elevate our people and our communities.
By being on the canoe with him and watching the way that he's observing everything around you, that's one of the ways that I've learned from him.
Navigation is so much more about just observing nature's elements. He knows who on the crew is homesick or not feeling well or not getting along with. He always taught us that being a navigator on the ocean is not enough. The ability to heal when there's hurt, the ability to lead when there's not a clear path, and a leader extends to your role on the land.
The love of family and the guidance of teachers have always been an important part of Nainoa's life, growing up and as a parent himself. His father and mother, Myron and Laura Thompson, raised Nainoa and his older sister and brother, Lita and Myron Jr., in Niu Valley, where he still lives today with his wife, Kathy, and their twins, Nainoa and Puana.
Nainoa talks about, you got to know where you come from before you know where you're going to go. To me, it's a very important point, not only in sailing and not only in how they talk about their navigating the Hokulea from point A to point B, but it also how do you navigate your own life.
My parents and my grandparents set the voyage in my life and the pathway. All I did was find great teachers. Herb Kawainoi Khan is the Eddie Aikau, the greatest navigator in the world, Pius Mau Piailug. Another great teacher would be Lieutenant Colonel Lacey Beach.
The historic 4-year Malama Honua Worldwide Voyage covered 60,000 nautical miles, over 150 ports, and 23 countries.
Malama Honua is really the culmination of teachings from all of those before us, that came before us, that said you need to act, you need to sail on your beliefs and your values. Lacey would say, you can't protect what you don't understand, and you won't if you don't care. And you can't do it by yourself. Take Hokulea around the world.
What I admire about Nainoa most is that he hasn't stopped growing. I think with respect to Malama Honua, he left as a leader of Hawaii and returned as a global leader.
I think the important thing, the values that Polynesian Voyaging Society has used in all the voyages, one is respect for the people that you come in contact with. 2 is understand where you came from and your elders and honor them. And then 3 is if you make a commitment, then live that commitment.
Nainoa is also one of the most inclusive people you could ever hope to meet. Anyone who shared the commitment to the voyage and its teachings and was willing to do the work was welcome and was part of the crew along with everyone else, whether Hawaiian or not, and whether from Hawaii or not.
Each one of those stops around the world was a moment when Hawaii was presenting itself to different peoples of the world, whether they be political leaders, elected officials, or indigenous peoples from that place.
Terms like climate change, the Paris agreements, You know, those things are so strategic. How do you bring it down to the average person? Nainoa has been able to take it from a strategic level down to a very basic level because each of us have our own responsibility.
The Malama Honua voyage continues with the Mahalo Hawaii sail throughout the Hawaiian Islands.
I think he is always thinking about the next generation and how to help contribute to a world that is better for them than it sometimes looks like we are leaving it today.
Visiting these communities across the Pacific, these small island communities, has inspired me to pursue a degree that looks at climate change and sea level rise impacts upon Pacific Island communities.
And I felt like after being a part of the worldwide voyage that I could go up and drum up a conversation with anyone in the world and share about my culture and be proud.
Nainoa, congratulations on this well-deserved honor. And Maryknoll, thank you for honoring Nainoa and for all you do to educate Hawaii's next generation.
Hey, aloha, Uncle Nainoa. Congratulations on the Kekumano Award. Just want to say thank you for all you've taught us and showing us, taking us all around the world and opening up our minds to exploring and for all the work you continue to do here in Hawaii.
Aloha Nainoa Thompson, congratulations on the Kekumano Award. We are so proud of you and thankful of all of the knowledge that you have shared with Hawaii.
Nainoa, there has never been a Kekumano winner that has done the volume of things that you've done or affect the amount of people, not only in their local communities, but in the United States, but in the world. So congratulations. So well deserved.
Nainoa, tonight I'm thinking about Lacey Veach. He described his efforts in the space shuttle as being tantamount to spam in the can, that it was in a locked-in orbit and everything that you and the crew members of Hokulea were doing was so far superior to NASA's space program. He would be the proudest of you tonight.